Hi, I'm Garrett McMullen. Baseball is like a poker game. Nobody wants to quit when he's losing, and nobody wants to quit when you're ahead. Said by Jackie Robinson. Today I'm going to tell you how and when to throw pitches with a baseball. If being a pitcher has ever sparked your interest, then what I'm about to say will be very good information to know and to comprehend. All you need for this demonstration is a baseball. First off, I'm going to tell you how to throw these pitches. The first one I'm going to talk about is the two-seam fastball. The two-seam fastball, you get your two fingers like this, and you put them on the two laces like this. And when you throw the ball, you let them roll off the two fingers, and they usually runs in on a right-handed batter and away on a lefty. There's also different arm slots you can throw the fastball out of. You can go above, and that usually gets a straighter motion on it, or you can come down low, and that usually gets more run on it. Next is the four-seam fastball. Four-seam fastball you grip in the U of the laces. And this is usually thrown over the top, and it gets the backward spin on it, and it's usually used as a power pitch. This is usually the hardest pitch thrown by a pitcher. Next is the curveball. The curveball you grip in the U of the laces with the two fingers together as far right against the laces as possible. And when you throw this, you come over the top, and you pull down with your wrist, and that's what gets the curve action on the ball, and it's also slower than the fastball. Next is the changeup. There's many different types of changeups, but today I'm going to talk to you about the circle change. The circle change, you get your hand like this in the OK, and you put the ball in the palm of your hand. And when you release the ball should roll off these three fingers, and that's what creates the less speed than the fastball. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the knuckleball. The knuckleball, you get your four fingers like this, and you place it on the ball like this. And when you throw it, you just let the ball come off your fingers. You don't do anything, you just let the ball come off your fingers. And instead of the spin action on like the fastball, the ball should come off like nothing. The ball should not be spinning at all, and the ball should be dancing all around like this, like coming to the plate. Next is the slider. The slider, you grip the ball in the U of the laces again, but this time you go to the right of the laces and against the far right side. And when you go through the ball, you act like you're going to cut through the ball with a knife. And that's what gets the sharp action like a fastball, but the last second it breaks. Well, now you know how to throw these pitches. Next, I'm going to tell you when the best time to throw them in a bat would be. The two and the four-seam fastballs are usually used early in the count to get ahead of the batter, but they can also be used later in the count if the hitter is expecting an off-speed pitch. The curveball and the slider are usually used as a strikeout pitch, or to get the hitter to swing at the ball out of the strike zone. As a pitcher, you would usually want to start this in the zone and let it break out of the zone. The changeup is used somewhat like the curve, but it looks just like a fastball. Because it does not have spin on it, this makes it very difficult for the hitter to pick up the spin. It usually swings way out in front of the ball. Next is the knuckleball. The knuckleball is by far the hardest pitch to hit. You can ask Tim Wakefield about that. This ball is way hard to hit because as it dances around, you don't know where the ball is going to end up. Well, now you know how and when to throw these types of pitches. If you ever wanted to start pitching, now you know how. The only other thing you have to do is get out there and practice. Thank you.